Let's take a look at a question on the topic of trigonometric functions from Holly Innocent High. A calculator must not be used in this question. Show that cos 105 degree equals to sec 2 minus sec 6 over 4. Let's take a look at the angle 105 here. We're going to write down the special angles. So we know that the special angles are 30, 45, and 60 degree. Now let's take a look at what can we change 105 to. So we know that 45 plus 60 is going to be 105. So I'm going to change 105 to 45 plus 60 degree. Once I do that, I can refer to my formula page of cosine angle addition. So next, let me change this one using my formula page. I will get cosine 45, cosine 60. You have to be a bit careful of the formula page. You will notice the front, you have a plus minus sign, and at the back, you have a minus plus sign. It means you have to use an opposite sign here. I'll put a negative here. So continue the formula here. You have sine 45 degree, sine 60 degree. Although they say do not use a calculator, you can actually use a calculator for a trick to find a value if you did not memorize the value. So let me show you on my calculator screen here. I'll have cos 45 squared. So I'm going to write down here how can I use my calculator, but I'll still show my working over there. So this one did not show them. We're just going to use our calculator, and my calculator show me my answer is 1 over 2 when I take cos 45 degrees squared. So which means that is I'm going to take a square root. My answer is going to be 1 over square root 2, positive because this angle is in quadrant 1. So I know that cos 45 here is going to be 1 over square root 2. And I also know that, okay, I'm going to put this into bracket first. Sine 45 is also 1 over square root 2 because 45 plus 45 is going to give you 90 degrees. So the value of this sine and this cos will be the same. Okay, so you don't have to press the calculator again if you understand this technique over here. Now next, let me find out what cos 60 is half. So I'm going to write down here half. This one, if you see that the calculator can give you fraction, you do not have to square it. Let's take a look at sine 60 here. So this one over here, I will need to square the result and I'll get 3 over 4. Let me write down here. If I get sine 60 squared is 3 over 4, and if I take a square root, I'll have square root 3. Square root 4 is 2. Positive again because this angle is acute angle. It's in quadrant number 1, so I have positive answer. So next, let me fill up this sine 60 here as square root 3 over 2. Now, we're going to do a subtraction. Let's take a look at the denominator. 2 sec 2 here, 2 sec 2 here. So we can combine the denominator as 2 sec 2. 1 times 1, 1 minus 1 times sec 3. I'm going to give you sec 3. Now, let's take a look at the question. This is not what they want. We have to do a rationalization step. Let's multiply by square root 2 over square root 2. Next line here. For numerator, we're going to multiply this sec 2 to the 1 and also to the sec 3. So I have sec 2 minus square root 3 times square root 2 is square root 6 over. This one is 2 times sec 2 times sec 2. Sec 2 times sec 2 is going to be 2. 2 times 2 is going to give you a 4. So now that you have shown this answer here, using a tiny bit of trick using your calculator, although they say do not use a calculator, but if you can memorize a value, then you can do it straight away without using your calculator.